You know what's awesome? Recording an entire video and forgetting that your microphone wasn't on. Or in front of your face. Good lord. Check it out. Since I did the video about catching you up to season 3, now we're going to go over what's different in season 4. And so there's been a couple of different things that have changed. The first thing I want to go over is the Revenant. The Revenant, his passive is you crouch, walk faster, and climb walls higher. So if you notice when I'm crouching, I'm moving around pretty fast, almost as fast as when you're walking. So that takes a little while to get used to when you're strafing, because you're not used to strafing that fast, especially if you're crouched. He also has a low profile, which means that he's more difficult to hit, and incoming damage is increased by 5%. His tactical is like a grenade, left bumper. Of course, that's going to be different for PS4 and PC, but that right there will silence anyone who is in it when you throw it for 10 seconds, not be able to use abilities. That's pretty legitimate, not gonna lie. And then finally, the ultimate is Death Totem. You can put it anywhere you want. As soon as you press the activation buttons, it's gonna put it wherever you're looking. So you can't like press the activation buttons and then try to put it on the ground. It literally just goes right in front of you. This pops up. People on your team can go over to it, hit X, and you can see we have this black smoke around the screen, and basically that means that you are immune from dying. And if you look at the bottom right hand corner of the screen, in between the ultimate ability and the gun information or my face, you see a little thing called death protection. That's how long it's on you. Once it expires, if you die after that, you will die. Another interesting thing about death protection is you cannot use any med kits or shields charges while you're in death protection. If you die, you will be returned to the totem. You will have essentially 0 health, but all your shields will be back. At least that's been my experience so far. So that is Revenant. So let's go into the weapons here real quick. So the first major change is these are all the sniper rifles: triple take, longbow, charge rifle, and then the new Sentinel. You'll notice that these blue packs are sniper rifle ammo. There is no longer individual, like the charge rifle used to have energy, DMR had heavy ammo. Those don't exist anymore. They all use sniper ammo. And if you notice, there's a gun that used to be called a sniper that isn't here anymore. And we'll go over that in just a second. So here is the Sentinel. Headshot on this, do 130. Leg shot, 59, middle body shot, 65. So there you have it. There's also a specific extended sniper magazine for sniper rifles because they use sniper ammo. They're not going to take a heavy mag or an energy extended mag, etc. Let's talk about the G7 Scout. That's a gun that wasn't there. It still uses light ammo. It is now classified as an assault rifle. It takes all the assault rifle attachments. It does not take any type of sniper attachments. It also does not take any scopes from a sniper rifle. So the highest scope that you can get on this is the 2 to 4x variable. And that's it. So Devotion is a care package weapon now. You will not see it around the map anywhere. And you will see that it doesn't look like it has any attachments. It does have a turbocharger, and they adjusted the recoil a little bit. So check out how much damage this thing does. Insane! 900 damage in one magazine. Crazy. So definitely give this a shot when you pick it up. And in my opinion, the recoil is nowhere near as bad as it used to be. So they kitted it out pretty nicely. The Havoc, the turbocharger is gone. Just completely taken out of the game. So guess what? You can't turbocharger Havoc your way to wins anymore. However, they did adjust the recoil on the Havoc, so it's a little bit less. And it still does a pretty significant amount of damage. So they adjusted some things. That's all you need to know. You can't get a turbocharger. You can still get a select fire receiver if you want on here. I think they maybe delayed the amount of times in between the select fire shots. Not 100% sure on that, but you can check out the patch notes if you really want to know the finer details. And then finally, the gun that I was complaining about in the last video about Season 3 is now a regular weapon drop on every single map, the L-Star. However, there's a couple of things that are different about this. First of all, you'll notice in the bottom, well, you actually can't see because my face is covering it up. In the bottom right, you see 480 energy rounds, and you'll notice that there's no magazine size because guess what? It has an unlimited magazine, but it is a heat up weapon. So if you look in the center of the screen where it says 480, I'm going to hold the button down until it overheats, and you're going to see around the corners of the 480, it's going to go, the heat level is going to increase until it shuts off. So you'll know exactly when you need to start letting your finger off the trigger. So check it out. It's going up, and reload and keep going again. You can also just stop shooting or feather the trigger like that. And I'll tell you what, this thing, I think this thing is going to replace the R99. I could be wrong, but they also adjusted the recoil on this. Remember, that was one of the things I was complaining about? Check this out. Boom. I mean, that's a pretty tight grouping, honestly. And I've gotten some practice in on that, and holding this on somebody's head is not that hard, and it does a pretty decent amount of damage. So that's pretty much everything. There's other minor things that you can check out through the patch notes, but these were the major ones that caught my attention. And then we're also going to go over some of the changes in the map coming up next. All right, so the first thing you're going to notice on the map is that there's a harvester here. It's called a planet harvester, and then there's all this orange stuff here that literally split Capital City in half. The other thing you're going to notice is a survey camp up here, which is where we're going to go first. The survey camp is very interesting, something that's new, and there is all kinds of weapons, just like you saw in the firing range, within the different buildings there. So let's check it out. Let's see right here. You have weapon racks, and so they are literally all over the place in here. And I highly recommend that you drop in here. A lot of people are not doing so, apparently, but there's a lot of good loot to be had. Oh, and there's also a jump tower here. Look at that. So the next place I want to take you guys is the harvester, so you can kind of see a little bit about what is going on with that. Also, I don't know, but the Mirage Voyage, which is in the distance there, you can see all this like fireworks going off. I thought that was supposed to be a holiday only event. I don't know if that has changed and it's there permanently or not, but that is like a giant ship that you can loot. So I guess we'll check that out as well after we're done here. So this is the harvester. The loot is kind of like all over the place. It's really not in like the center building, like up high, like some people think it is. It's like all in like all these little areas. So anyway, yeah, there's all these different places you can go in here, middle. Here's Mirage's Voyage. All right, so big ship, lots of places to loot. Something that was not here all of Season 3 until the Winter Games, and I don't know if it's staying or not, but it seems to be. And not looted. Okay. Yes, and you can start the party on this thing too. 5 squads left. My man starts a party. The next place we are going to drop, you can see Mirage Voyage, which is where we just were, is over here. The next place we're going to drop is in the Capital City, or where it used to be. We're going to drop right in the middle here. So Capital City, the reason why they did this was because they felt like Capital City was getting too much attention, so they made this giant fissure in the middle of it, and they have pretty much an east and a west side now, to try to tame some of the craziness that was happening here. You do have a bridge that connects the two cities, or somewhat sort of a bridge like this right here. So you can get from one side to the other if you want. There's actually a couple supply bins here, which are nice always. Then if you fall down here, you'll take damage, but then you'll also slowly come back up. And each time you fall, you'll take 25 damage, or so it says. All right, guys, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed just a very quick, easy rundown of the changes. Feel free to like and subscribe if you're into that sort of thing. And then also check me out on Twitch. I'll put the link in the description below. And then if you really wanted to dive deep into the patch notes over every little intricacy, I'll also put a link for the patch notes in the description below. So hope you guys have a great day. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.